Hello and welcome to my new guitar nerdery video. Today I'm gonna show you how you can play all 7 chords of the G Ionian system with ridiculously easy fingerings. I'm gonna show them to you in the key of E AEOLIAN, which is the 6th mode of the G Ionian system. So you can adapt it to G Ionian or E AEOLIAN or all other modes, of course. All 7 chords of the G Ionian system are the first one, G major, of course, then A minor, B minor, C major, D major, E minor, and F sharp diminished. And because I'm going to show them to you from the point of view of E AEOLIAN, which is the 6th mode, we're going to make the 6th chord, E minor, the first. So then we have the order E minor, F sharp diminished, G major, A minor, B minor, C major, D major. If I'm gonna play all 7 chords as basic triads, it sounds like this. Absolutely nothing wrong with that, but to my personal taste, basic triads sound very defined, very closed and not really open. And I like to leave question marks when playing chords, so an open sound. I don't know how to explain it, but what I'm gonna show you will explain it to you by ear. It started by realizing that a very common chord progression, G major, C major and D major, a lot of times in songs are played like this. The regular C major triad is very often replaced by C major at 9, which is actually a full C major chord with an added note, a 9th. And that 9th is in all chords. In the G major it is the 5th, in C major at 9 it is the 9th, and in D major it is the root. And when arranging chords, it sounds very beautiful when all chords share the same note and leave it in the same octave. You can compare it to a red line that goes through a story. It connects all chords in a very beautiful way. And I came up with the idea, hey, we are in the G Ionian system, there are 4 more chords. Can I integrate the same note in all other 4 chords? So make a red line, a connection with all 7 chords. And yes, we can. And besides, what I'm going to show you now sounds very beautiful. It results also in very easy, in ridiculously easy fingerings. They are very, very easy to change. That comes in very handy. The E AEOLIAN mode. We're gonna start with E minor. And I'm gonna add to the E minor chord the note D, the same note that was shared by G major, C major at 9, and D major. And it makes it an E minor 7. The fingering I'm using here I got from Tommy Emmanuel. He very often frets 2 strings with only 1 finger. Took me some time to get used to it, but it spares 1 finger, because the regular fretting would be like this. The next chord is F sharp diminished. And what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna play an inversion of D major. I'm gonna put the major third of D major, 2 octaves down. Now it's in the bass, but compare. This sounds not so different. You can use it as a substitute. Works the same as. Then comes G major, we had it already. Then would come A minor, but I'm leaving the D here and play it like this. This is an A7 sus4, so it has no third. It could be a substitute for minor. Then just putting my index finger here on the B, on the A string. This is actually an inversion of G major with the B in the bass, with the major third in the bass. But from the point of view from the root B, the note D now is the minor third. So also this is not so far away. You can use this inversion of G major as a substitute for a B minor chord. Then comes the chord we already had, C major add 9 and D major. And watch now, when I'm gonna play all chords in that order, how little movements I have to make. I guess you find that sound not so unfamiliar, because you can find it in a lot of acoustic guitar music. Arranging the chords like this gives me that open sounding, leaves a question mark, which I like. The fingering is very easy, and we have a note that works like a red line through all chords that makes a connection. I use this a lot. It has also the advantage of having open strings all the time. Open strings on the guitar are very rich in overtones, and they contribute in a great way to the open sound. If your song is in a different key, for example in F sharp minor, just use a capo. It sounds very cool. Tommy Emmanuel uses a capo, I guess, every second song. There's nothing wrong with that. The guitar sounds completely different when using a capo, and it's really worth to try it out. Sometimes a song works much better in a different key because the guitar sounds better in that key with the capo. The capo on the 4th fret. Now everything I do is transposed 4 half tones up. So I'm thinking in E Aeolian, but I'm playing actually G sharp Aeolian. And that, with that chords, sounds like this. Marvelous. This was it for today. I hope you liked it. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'm looking very forward to see you next time.